Welcome to unit number 2 of our online logic course. And this will be mostly a quiz, but I want to just remind you a couple of things beforehand and then explain what the quiz will be like and then some final details. First of all, remember to email me your Logicola scores. This is distinct from the quiz, and you got to do that by Thursday, March the 26th at noon, and include those exercises. This is sort of like a normal thing to do. And secondly, before we start the next unit, Unit 3, it'll be on modal logic. I want you to read 4 pages actually, from our book, kind of how to symbolize things in modal logic. And now I want to explain again what our Unit 2 quiz will be like. How do you do an online quiz in logic? Well, we're going to use Logicola, and we're all going to do it on the same day. Most of these units you can do at different days, but the quiz one I want you to do all the same day, Wednesday, March the 25th. I'm going to explain how we're going to do it, and if you have any questions, email me about it. You know, that's a disadvantage of not being in class. Email me, and if I need to clarify something, I can clarify it on the website or on the little online description. Okay, so Wednesday, March the 25th, at the time you'd otherwise have met to take the exam. So you're going to be in the 9:20 group or the 10:25 group. Around that time, plus or minus 10 minutes, send me an email to Gensler at jcu@luc.edu. So send me an email when you're ready to take the test that day, one of those 2 times, corresponding with your group. I'll reply with a unique 2-letter code like QR. And you will put this at the beginning of your last name in Logicola. So if you're Smith, then you'll become QR Smith. Okay, why are we doing that? Because the name switch guarantees that you'll be doing the exercises during the test period. You know, I don't want you to do logical exercise before and then count for the test. I want you to do it during that period and see, you know, how long it takes and whether you can do it in that time frame and that sort of thing. And you'll give your name. So QR Smith has to be the score. Can you just change it in the score file? No, there's a code there which, well, it keeps you from faking the file. So you send me an email right before you're going to take the test, one of those 2 times. 9:30 or 10:25, and then you have an hour to do exercises. And I want you to do at least these 2 I'm getting mixed up here. I want you to do at least these 2 and possibly as many others as you can do in the hour time frame. If you're real slow, it takes you over an hour to do. Well, you can do a little over an hour for these 2. This is somewhat of a time test thing. I want to see if you can do, in an hour period, you can do these 2 and then more. And I need some way to distinguish, you know, the people who are really, really good and high A's, low A's, middle A's, whatever. So do these 2 and do as many as you can from the next group within the hour. At the end of the hour, you email me your scores, and it'll again have the name with the 2 additional letters. How are you graded on this? Well, you'll be graded on the basis of the level that you do the exercises, and I hope most of you do them at 9. How many exercises you do. I hope that everyone can do E and, these 2. Maybe if you're a real slow student, you wouldn't be able to do the multiple assumption ones. I don't know. And whether, so how many exercises you can do, the difficulty of the ones you do, whether I got your scores within the hour period. I hope that most people in the hour could do these 2 at level 9 and maybe a few more. This is open book and you can use class notes. So my expectation is that you can do these 2 about the easier proofs and the harder proofs and a few more. And what would an A be? Probably those 2 and maybe a couple more exercises. I'm not going to be real hard-nosed on this. I want you to be examined on it, though. I want you to be able to say, yeah, my students did learn. We did not blow off the rest of this semester. But I'll be kind of more gentle to you than mean. So most of you are doing pretty well on the test. And those who couldn't do it have probably dropped already. And finally, to make it very simple, let me give you 3 steps which will be involved in our Unit 2 quiz. First of all, you send me an email on a certain date, on a certain time, and you check what it says here. And then secondly, I send you a 2-letter code. And this is to guarantee that the exercises that you do and you send me will be done during that specific time period. So this will be a 2-letter code. For example, it might be QR. And you just put this between at the beginning of your last name. So you go to Lagicola, and if your name is Smith, you give your name as QR Smith. And finally, you work for an hour at Lagicola and start by doing the 2 proof exercises, easier combined and harder combined. So easier proofs and harder proofs, and then as many more exercises as you can in about an hour's period. The previous page on the handout will give further details. So complete both of them, and it will record to the disk under your QR name or whatever it is. And then email me your scores, which again should include the variation on your name. And then I will get back to you later and tell you how well you did. And again, the previous page on the handout talks about how it's graded, and if you do more exercises in an hour and so forth, you get a higher score. So, okay, good luck. Don't be too nervous. Make sure to do the main exercises and as many others as you can. Okay, good luck, and then send me your scores. Bye-bye.